Alright, part 2. This is facebook.com/Eric the Conqueror or youtube.com/user/thesandman047. I know I said I'd do a video later, but I had to do it now. And it's just pissing me off, we can't supplement the simplest things without a doctor recommendation, and I don't know, it just pisses me off. And, another issue that I actually just, why I had to turn this back on is jaw tension. Sometimes we do shit that we don't notice. Like at night, sometimes we might chatter our teeth, or during the day we might like eat at our mouth, skin and stuff, and it's just like the Joker, I guess. And so I've been noticing this weird ache right here, and I know that I have some sort of jaw issue. I'm actually gonna, mine's to the point where I actually have to go see a doctor about it, but it could have been prevented, just with regular stretching, stretch it out. I mean, I do stretch it out, but I guess I've been sleeping awkwardly. I've been sleeping with my mouth open, and my jaw joint gets stressed to the left a little bit, and I guess it's putting a lot of tension over here, and so I'm gonna have to remedy that. But I think everybody should do some sort of jaw therapy, and biting down on a towel, and practice your grip, and does a lot of practices. I have this cute girl over here. I don't know. Maybe we can see her. Yeah. It's always a blessing that day when you see a cutie. My jaw is just it's fucked. It just hurts. Maybe it's from all the talking. I don't really know. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably gonna go see a doctor. I'm not sure though. I think, isn't it ironic that I was just complaining about the healthcare system, yet I just said, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna go see a doctor, and it's funny how we are. We want to be fed, but we want to decide what to eat too. It's just, I guess it's just a human flaw. But I don't really think this is a flaw in this situation. It's just, I happen to think that there's a couple problems with the healthcare system, and that's that. It's not like I'm saying there shouldn't be healthcare. It should be the way I say it. I'm just saying that it's flawed a little bit, and we should try to fix it. And that's just my take on it. Alright, I guess there really wasn't a point in starting over a new video just for jaw tension, but we do shit all the time. We're angry, and we're upset, we need to cry, and the jaw suffers a lot as a result of all those withholding of the emotion that we portray. And it could even just be something I'm saying, yeah, there's tension in the jaw, it could be something as simple as tension in my foot, which is causing a chain reaction. Our body does that. If you have if your head hurts, you don't feel like really moving much, because I guess that doesn't make sense, because your body controls the head, kind of, and vice versa. And it does make sense to an extent, but some weird things are if you have foot tension in your foot, you could be kyphotic, or if you're kyphotic, your head will hurt. All this shit is tied in, neck pain and back pain and foot pain and leg pain. It's all associated. Knee pain. Knee pain is one of the biggest things that can be alleviated just via stretching out your toes and feet. It's cool and funny and crazy in a sense. Monday morning. Woo! Who doesn't love Mondays? Mondays are a love-hate relationship for me because, like, on the one hand, I feel it's a new week. We get to new beginnings, and here's new beginnings, and, like, seeing what we can make of this, and, like, seizing the day and, like, whatnot. Then on the other hand, it's like, oh fuck, it's Monday. We gotta get back on the grind, and why can't people just reverse park? It'll be so much easier. Anyways, I actually gotta get going now. Excuse me. Perhaps the yawn is pretty interesting on its own. We'll have to get into that at some point. Anyways, I hope everybody had a good weekend and happy October and Thanksgiving and whatnot. Though that was last week, but whatever. Halloween's coming up, and pretty soon fall will end and it will be winter and no more shorts. I'll probably have shorts. I find that I don't know if anybody else is. My upper body gets a lot colder than my legs. My legs can withstand much cooler temperatures, and whereas if I'm not wearing a sweater, I get fairly cold easily. And other than that, the usual grind going on: cold showers, videos, back rehab, trying to break into drafting, just a bunch of shit going on. A couple issues with friends and women, and that's just average. That's just on the norm. Gary's still in Alberta. Miss him dearly. Parents are good. Grandfather's still in the hospice. It's kind of funny. I noticed that my other grandparents are fairly old too. Like, to me, when you look at your grandparents as a kid, kind of like, you're like, yeah, these people are old, but like, if you grew up with vibrant grandparents, it's a different thing. Like, if you grow up with younger grandparents, it just hits you harder. Like, you remember them from when you were a child. Like, I remember them looking at them when I was 10 years old, and I'm like, oh, these people are really healthy. And I look at them now, and they're pretty healthy, but like, you can tell these people are getting a little bit older now. And it just makes you think, like, sorry about that. Now, was that just a coincidence, or was my throat getting tight because I was speaking about older people in my life who might be dying soon? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I did catch it. I'm getting a little bit stuffy though, because sitting in here in a parking lot without the air, and my video's about to end, so I'm gonna get going. So definitely go take some self-portraits. Have them around. Like, you never know when you need a. Oh, also, everybody should write down an obituary. Like, it doesn't have to be sad and depressing, but like, I think it's a good practice to just imagine how you're gonna die. Like, and you can this is a very healthy practice, because if you're not happy about it, then you can do something about it now. You know what I mean? Like, if you write your own obituary and you're disappointed that, like, you have nothing to put in it, and you haven't done anything meaningful, and you haven't, like, nothing, then maybe it's a chance to rethink your perspective. Maybe you did have a lot of meaningful things, or it's time to change your life and do stuff now. If you're not happy with it. If you're happy with it, continue, keep on going. I'm just saying though, like, it's a good way to reflect. And yeah, so self-reflection is very important, because it's important to use more than one tool. Like, different mirrors give us a different perspective, right? Sometimes the mirror's crooked, sometimes the mirror's bent, sometimes, like, there's an imperfection in the mirror that hides our imperfections, and, like, it's just it's crazy. It's like everybody's looking out at this, and they're looking through the same window, but you only have one window, and that's the only one you have. But the thing is, like, I don't know where it's going with this, but, like, somebody else can point out something, and you can see through your window, and you're like, oh yeah, I see it, it's really far away. Like,